Welcome back to the show. Now, our first guest, you guys, for season 8, who happens to be our guest co host for today, is
Yep.
currently a high school senior, the
Yes.
host. The host of his late night talk show, Late Nights with Bry'Neir Seymore, and one of my good friends, you guys, that I am getting to know better and love. So, everyone, please welcome to the show, Bry'Neir Seymore. Hello,
Hello, hello.
Bry'Neir.
How's everything going?
Yes, yes, yes. We are so happy you are filling in twice as our guest co-host, and now we're interviewing you onto the show. So, we're going to switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
So, before we hop right into it, how are you enjoying yourself on today with us, with me and Andrew?
I gotta say, it's pretty fun. It's a real fun time.
Good, good, good. So I want to ask you this here, and we're going to talk about, later on, about your show, your talk show,
Mhm.
late night talk show. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But what I want to know, because I ask every guest this here, because our audience don't know who they are. So can you give, our audience a little background of who you are? Who is Bry'Neir Seymore?
Well, um, I am a extraordinaire. I am a curious person because I like knowing things and understanding things better. And I'm a very intuitive type person. I'm not very outgoing, like club partying. No, that's not me. But I am a person that's in the know, and I can control myself in the know as well. I can say that I am a type of person that is very honest, blunt, respectful at all times. And yeah, I'm a vision seeker. I like using my vision. I'm like using my ability to look into the world and see things and notice things and be out open.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Yeah, and same with me here too, that I am not an outgoing person as well either because I like to, stay in because I like
Yeah.
my personal space. I really do. I
I mean,
like
personal space is great. I love my personal space, but sometimes I can be out in the outgoing, but sometimes I'll just be chill, you know.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, quite, into the middle. So yes, Andrew, I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Um, so my first question is when how did the talk show came about? So how did it originate?
Okay. Um, it happened when I was I believe I was a seventh grader at the time. And as I was a seventh grader, I always wanted to do more. Because I was starting to get my feel and be in that vibe where I wanted to do film. I wanted to do movies. I wanted to do this and that. I was a big Tyler Perry fan at first because I used to watch his movies all the time, plays, everything. So with me, I wanted to take that time and that ability to open up and be in that space. So um the show happened because I always wanted to do some type of I'm a great host. Like literally I'm a great MC. I've been on the microphone since I was kindergarten, opening up my kindergarten promotion ceremony. So I've always been known to give that voice, get that motto about things. Because with me, I used to do the morning news at my elementary school all the time, and they would be like, "Oh, do this and do that." So I wanted to broad that, and so I wanted to do a show, and I thought about it. I thought how I want to do it. I was going to do it live in this. I chose late night because there's a void in Black people doing late night talk shows.
Mm.
The only one that was there was Trevor Noah. That's no more. So I feel
Yeah.
that I want to broaden my space because there's been a great lineup of late night hosts. Yes, but there has not been a late night host of color. So that's one of the things I wanted to do late nights for Bry'Neir Seymore for is to open up and because I had the time to do it. I can't do the daytime show because I was of course in school. So um that's one of the things I wanted to do with late nights and I wanted to go ahead and venture and take that on.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Yes. Yes. So I've been, checking it out, ever since I got to, meet you,
Yep.
Bry'Neir, of course, virtually, of course.
Hmm.
I have watched, a couple episodes of your show, and also I got to fill in for you,
Yep.
being, a guest host onto your show. And I absolutely love the style, the format that you are doing onto your show, because you're bringing yourself to the show. You're bringing your absolute self to the show, and that is what I love about you, because you have some people out here who try to fake it, and just not show their real personality, but you are doing that onto your show, and I just gotta give you props for to that. So yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, who inspired you to create this platform, to create late night with Bry'Neir Seymore?
Um, so the inspiration just kind of came from my people who do talk shows.
Mm.
Um, I can give Arsenio Hall as one of the major inspirations of a late night talk show itself, because he was the king of late night. So I would say Arsenio Hall if I had to give an answer, but and give an honest answer, I would say I just inspire myself to do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. So my thing, I want to ask you this here, then I quite asked our guests about this here, but since you're not a teacher, I want to know this. What's one thing that you have learned about yourself since doing your talk show Late Nights with Bry'Neir Seymore? Is there something that had surprised you of once you had started doing this, and
Mhm.
just yeah.
Um, I learned more about myself. I'm learned that I have to stay connected to what's going on now, because like when you think about it, like it's been long years. I've done my show for about a good 6 years now, and when you look back on those years, you notice the things of how life was, how life changed, how I grew from a seventh grader to a sophomore. I was about to say sophomore. How I grew from a seventh grader to a senior, and it's compelling because you have to sit down and take that in and notice that and learn from yourself, learn from the
Absolutely.
actions that had been brought on to you from multiple people are learning their about the real selves now. So I feel that that is an opportunity for me to kind of sit down and cater, excuse me, to myself on how I grow up. So I would say I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I had the ability to listen more. I learned that I had the ability to stay focused, to stay in the know and keep up with the culture.
Absolutely, absolutely. Andrew, before you give him another question, that has been, the same thing with me too, of doing this show
Yep.
here, and then also with my other show, that, because I mean, I'm not saying that, I, pay attention to everybody, because I do listen to everybody. I sit down and actually listen. But since I, been doing this show and my other show, it has really allowed me, okay, Damien, no, no, seriously, because I know in the past, you probably here or there do listen, but you got to take it all in and really accept it and just sit down and just truly listen to what somebody else have to say, so you can also give your opinion back to them. Because if you're just sitting back here and you just, like, just always nod your head, that you had to seriously just listen. I mean, it's fine for that. So I just had to say that. Go ahead, Andrew.
Uh-huh.
Which kind of shifts into to my question. Jamie, you may remember this question because you went deep on this
Okay.
on my show.
I know. I
Um,
was I was going to ask him that, Andrew, but go ahead. Crap.
so
Crap.
Bry,
Reading my
Uh-huh.
mind. Crap. Go ahead. Sorry.
what is one thing or what advice would you say to your younger self?
Yes. Well, my advice I would give to my younger self is to take everything in
Ooh,
as you're growing, because
ooh.
let's remember you're in a society now where you're learning more about yourself than you know more about yourself. Like, you learn more than you know about yourself. So with that being said, it is a journey for you to sit down and recognize that you are learning more and more about yourself every day as you grow. So
Amen.
I
Yeah.
feel that you just take everything in, take the compliments in, take everything, take the hate in as well. There's going to be hate given to you regardless
Mm-hmm.
of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So take it all in and take that um not only as a person will sit down and gather a whole lot of hate about you, take it in and try to embrace that into your bigger self, into your bigger knowledge. So that's what I would say as well. So the stuff I would learn for myself is take everything in and try to learn how to flow with it. You know, growing up is gonna be hard, but take the flow and you'll make it through.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that. Andrew's face. Um, so I want to kind of shift gear a little bit here and really, talk about you. Um, because I'm curious about this, and it
That was
probably with our audience as well. What's something people seem to misunderstand about you? Is there something I don't like saying this, but is there something kind of like, weird that people are like, okay, why is he like this? Why does he do this or this and that? Is there something that, some people just can't seem to, understand about you?
they can't understand that I have a good listening and I can give great conversations. Because people think I'm a scientist. I'm not. I don't like science to begin with.
Mm.
People think I am a nerd type of person by the way I talk. I'm a professional person. I like to have a open mouth of yo, I want to sit here and I want to talk and I want to, you know, open my mouth and have great conversations that people need to hear. And also, people say I have a lot of great advice. Why do I have so much advice? Well, because I'm a person that I like to listen and I like to open up. And because as you can see, I'm a well spoken individual because I I think that's for me because I feel like people judge off of looks and your book, except for opening the book. And I
Mm.
feel that people think that I'm a dude that's gonna sit and talk your head off all day. And really I don't, because I feel like I have a voice. I feel like I am in the now and know and I understand a lot of situations. And I feel like I can be that person to give that the balanced conversation too because I feel like that's me and I want to sit here and open up and have a conversation about that. That's for me. Um Also because people notice that I have a well-spoken voice, a well-mannered tone. I'm comparably I can tell you this, I am totally not compared to my peers. Literally, my peers are some people who you don't see a version of themselves like me, but people compare me to different people, and that's one of the things I like to point out because people compare me to people who are the known reality versus the actual reality. So, one thing that people compare me to different things. So that's what people would find. I will paraphrase that question. People will find me unique because of that.
Andrew? No? All right. Well, I always like to leave this with our guest who comes on. How would you like to be remembered as by a person? How would you? I'm stumbling a little bit.
Who wants to
What?
be remembered?
Yes. What does your legacy want to be like? What do you want your legacy to be like once you leave this earth? How you want people to remember you as?
Well, for me, I want people to remember it. Excuse me, remember me as this person who came and approached the world as himself. Because there's not a lot of people that will come on a platform like talk shows and approach them as themselves. They're often taught to do these things based upon their producers. Am I right or wrong? So I feel that I want people to know that I have an independent voice that can open my mouth and provide you with the things you want to hear. So, with me, I feel that I want to be remembered as the type of person that left a mark on everything. Want people to remember me because I have that open mindset to do anything I want to do. I want to be a major producer as well as a talk show host. I want to own my own company. I want to own this. I want to own my own television shows, my television stations. I want to do a lot of stuff in the industry. I want people to notice that I'm a big person in the industry and I'm big on doing the stuff and taking the stuff that is needed to do that. So I want people to remember me by me being a major trailblazer in this industry. Yeah.
And there you have it right there. So we thank you so much for, being with us here. You can check out his, late night talk show, Late
Yes.
Nights with Bry'Neir Seymore, you
Yes.
guys, weeknights, you guys,
Yes.
over onto his YouTube channel, you guys. Thanks,
Yes.
Bry'Neir. Thank you so much. You guys, yes, we had to take a break, but we will be right back to wrap up our show for today. So stay right there. You're watching The Educators.